Hello. So today we'll continue our vector and 3D geometry most probable questions practice for board exams. Hmm. And today's class will be hmm, our conversations medium will be simple English. Okay, because there are lots of students who are appearing from English version also. And as I making this year for CBSE or ISC class 12 board also. And if you have any doubts, please contact this. Okay, you'll see everything in the descriptions. So let's start. Hmm. So it is page number. I think paper it is 4, right? And page number 36. Hmm. And frankly speaking, the English or converse language has nothing to do with this maths and science. So okay, so let's start. The first question. A vector is given as 6 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Okay. Now, along this vector, find a unit vector. You have to find a unit vector. Okay. Suppose that unit vector is n cap and it has a magnitude of 5. So that means that your corresponding unit vector is 5 a vector dot mod of a vector, because a unit vector along this vector is a vector by mod of a vector, right? That is the unit vector along this, and your vector is 5 times of this. So 5 a vector is 6 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap divided by mod of a means 6 square plus minus 2 square plus 3 square. Okay, so that is 5 6 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap divided by 36 plus 4 40 49 root over 49, so that is 7. Okay, this is your unit vector. You can multiply 5 by 7 into 6, or if this is your unit vector. They want to calculate a vector which is 5 times of the unit vector along this. Okay, on a for Bengali medium here, इसके तरफ this is the unit vector, एকক vector. Okay. Simultaneously, I will translate for the other two here. So this one. So got it? You can simplify this as this 5 by 7 6 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. Okay. Objective level question. Next, B. This is also 2 marks question. Mod of A vector is 3. Mod of B vector is root 2 by 3. Okay. And A cross B is a unit vector. A unit. It is a unit vector. Okay. Now you have to calculate the angle between A and B. What will be the theta? Now, what is mod A cross B? mod A cross B will be mod of a unit vector. Suppose that unit vector is n cap. So that is mod of unit vector. So that is 1. Suppose this is a plane. Suppose this is A vector and this is B vector. What will be A cross B? A cross B will be, this is the angle theta. So A cross B, so unit vector is actually this one, A cross B by mod of A cross B. Why? Because A cross B will be the perpendicular to the plane. Suppose, take this. Suppose this is, suppose, assume this, that A vector is along this direction, B vector is along this direction. So A cross B will be along the direction of the plane. So this, like this. Okay. This will be the A cross B. So there will, if you want to calculate a unit vector, suppose they ask you to calculate a unit vector along which is perpendicular to the both the planes. So that is A cross B by mod of A cross B. So now what is A cross B? A cross B is mod A, mod B, sine theta, and n cap, but as we take mod, so that will be 1, and it is 1. So mod of A is 3, root 2 by 3. So 3 cancel. Sine theta, that is equals to 1. So sine theta equals to 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 means sine 45 degree, or pi by 4, or you can say sine 45 degree. So this theta is actually 45 degree, or you can say pi by 4 in radian. Okay, because see, A cross B is what? A cross B formula is mod A, mod B, sine theta, and n cap. What is n cap? Because A cross B is the vector quantity. That unit vector, that unit vector will be A cross B by mod of A cross B. Sometimes they can ask you this also, by giving A and B. Okay, this concept is very important concept. This one. If you change the direction, if it is not A cross B, then the A cross B will not be along this direction. Here it is along this direction, and if B cross A will be along this direction, downwards. Okay. This is how we'll solve. This one. So after vector and 3D, we are left with LPP, linear programming problem, for WD. And we will do the CBSE rest of the year also, and extra sample paper test practice also. Now, suppose this is 4 marks question. 8A. It is 4 marks. For example, let's start with B. It is less time taking. P vector is equal to 2i cap minus plus j cap minus 2k cap, and Q vector equals to 4i cap minus 3k cap. You have to find out the theta between this. How? So see, first calculate P here. Mod of P. Mod of P will be root over 2 square plus 1 square minus 2 square. Sorry, plus minus 2 square. So that is equals to 3. Mod of Q will take the again of 4 square plus 0 square no z component, y no minus 3 square. So that is equals to 5. Now what is p vector dot q vector? If you take the dot product, what will happen? Mod of p mod of q cos theta. You have to find out theta. So p dot q. What will be the p dot q? P dot q will be 2 into 4, 8 j0 minus plus 6 is equal to 3 into 5 into cos theta. So 14 by 15 cos theta. 8 plus 6. See how to take how to calculate dot product. I and I dot I will give you 2 into 4, 8. Okay. J, there is no j component. You can write in this way also. 0 j cap minus 3 k cap. 1 into 0, 0, minus 2 into minus 3 plus 6. Mod of p we have already calculated as magnitude 3 and 5, and then this. So theta will be cos inverse 14 by 15. And this is the, they want you to calculate acute angle, shukho, acute angle. And it is less than 1, so 90 degree less than 90 degree. Okay. Alright. This is how we will calculate. It is easier method to calculate the angle between two vectors. Because see, if you take I dot j, that is 0, I dot k, that is 0, j dot I 0, j dot j will give you one thing, k dot I 0, k dot j 0, and k dot k will be 1. So this is how. Now next, this is actually 3 marks question. 3 at least. Now this is 8a. Now 8c. This is also very important question. 8c. One question you will get this from there. It is 4 marks question. X plus 6 by 3, y plus 5 by z minus 10 by 4. Suppose this is L1. And what is L2? L2 is x minus 0 by 3, y minus 9 by minus 1, z minus 2 by 1, this one. Okay. Now, see, they want you to calculate the SD between these two lines. So, what will be the vector form? R vector, that is E1. E1 is 6, minus 6i cap minus 5j cap plus 10k cap. Okay. This is your E1, and then minus 3i cap plus 2j cap plus 4k cap. R vector equals to, suppose this is A1 vector plus P B1 vector. That means this is a straight line which is passing through this A1 point. A point দিয়ে pass করছে and parallel to B1. Similarly, this one, R vector equals to 0i cap 9j cap 2k cap. plus suppose S 3 I cap minus J cap plus K cap. So R vector equals to, this is A2 plus SB2. That means this L2 line, okay, this is your L1. So this passing through a point দিয়ে pass করছে and they are parallel, vector equation. Now what will be the SD and its equation? What is SD? SD is this. Suppose these two lines like this in the two different plane. This is the SD. Okay, suppose this one is L1 and this one is L2. Okay. I'm giving the physical demonstration. Wait. So SD, I have a question for you. SD will be mod A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by mod of B1 cross B2. That means it is a unit vector which is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. But why? Although we don't need the derivation, but I will explain you the derivation also. Keep this one. Okay. See, suppose let's take two. What is skew lines? These lines are skew lines. This is very important. One question will come in both. Non-intersecting, is a non-intersecting and non-parallel. What is non-intersecting, non-parallel? Suppose these two, pay attention. Suppose this is one line and this is another line. See, okay, this one. See, suppose one line is on this plane, this book, another line is this plane. Okay, ignore the width a little bit. Okay, this suppose this, okay, this like this. So what will be the perpendicular distance or shortest distance? This line, this part. Okay, this one like this, not this, it's like this. So this will be the shortest distance, this part. Okay, or you can say this. It is not like this, it is like this. Okay, this. So this will be the shortest distance. But why this formula? Because see, this line L1 is parallel to B1 and this line is parallel to B2. Now what is B1 cross B2? Check. B1 cross B2 is a vector which is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. Okay, and this is basically a unit vector. And what is A2 and this L1 is passing through A1 and this is A2. L2 is passing through A2. So what is A2 minus A1? That is the position vector of this line. And this is the unit vector. Suppose this. So this B1 cross B2 by mod, this is actually a unit vector along this line, along the both the along and which is perpendicular to both the plane B1 and B2. Okay, this is a unit vector, and when you multiply with this one, that will give you the shortest distance. Okay, that's how we derive this formula. Understood? This is called skew lines. So now do the respective calculation. What is A2 minus A1? This is your A1, this is your A2. Okay, what is A2 minus A1? This is 6 I cap, this minus this, so 14 J cap, this minus this, so 8 K cap. Now we have to calculate the B1 cross B2. I'm calculating the B1 cross B2 here. Okay. So B1 cross B2. Matrix method. I, J, K. Can you see it? Audible, visible? This one. This is -3 coefficient 2. This is your B1 and this is your B2. Okay. 3, 4. Calculate. 3 minus 1, 1. Okay. I think I might can understand from the physical demonstration. This is very important, this one. This, at least one question will come from this. So I cap plus J cap plus K cap. Every paper you will get this. So whenever you have to calculate I cap, erase this row and column and calculate this cofactor. 2 determinant. 2 plus 4, 6. Now when J cap, erase this row and column. This into this into this. So 12 plus 3, 15. See? 12. Cofactor 3 into 4, 12 plus 3. Minus of this. Now K cap, this row, this column vanish. 3 minus 6. So that is -3. Okay. So B1 cross B2 dot. It is dot, okay? Dot. I'm erasing this part. But I erase. 6 I cap plus 15 J cap minus 3 K cap. Eta B1 cross B2 unit vector along the plane perpendicular to B and B2 and root over this 6 square 15 square plus minus 3 square. So 36 plus 14 into 15 is 24. 24. 14 into 15. 150 and 60. 150 and 60. 210. 210. Root over 15 square. 15 square is 225. Right? 36 and 9. 45. 270. Root over 270. Root over 270, that is, here it is also 270, see? So that is 270 by root 270, only root 270 is the ST units. This is the length of that part. Okay. Got it? Do the calculation a little. I think we have done this SD part, SD questions too many times, like 4 to 5 times. And this is very important, one question will come from this SD part. Okay. Now, is there any, yeah, there is another question. Yeah. So this is 8 part A. This is also 4 marks question. X minus 3 by 3, y minus 8 by minus 1, z minus 3 by 1. This is L1. And then x plus 3, another straight line. This y plus 7 by 2, z minus 6 by 4. You have to calculate. Suppose this is L1 and this is L2. This is the two straight line. You have to calculate the distance between them. How will you calculate the distance between them? how to calculate the angle between them and how to calculate the distance. Take any point on this line. So that point will be, suppose this is r. So then it will be 3r plus 3 comma minus r plus 8. The point in 3 dimension, r plus 3. This is one point, and then take this as also r. So what will be this point? Minus 3r minus 3, 2r minus 7, comma 4r plus 6. Now we have to find out any point on these two lines. You have to find out the distance between them. You calculate the shortest distance, or take any point and find out the suppose these two lines are this. Again the shortest distance you have to calculate. Okay, but suppose these two lines intersect. How will you calculate the point of intersection? This will be this. So that means 3r plus 3 is equal to minus 3r minus 3. Okay, so 6r equals to 6. 6r equals to minus 6, r equals to minus 1. If they intersect, check করে, if intersect, then corresponding a will be equal. Minus r plus 8 equals to 2r minus 7. So 3r equals to 15. So r equals to 5. See, r are different. So they will never intersect. They will not intersect. Or the third one, r plus 3 is equal to 4r plus 6. So 3r equals to minus, I think, minus r plus 8, and this is 2r plus minus 7. So yes, 3r is 15. 6 minus 3. So r equals to minus 1. But let me check this. Y minus 8 minus 1, y plus 7 by 2, 2r minus 7, minus r plus 8, minus r plus 8, no? Minus r plus 8. If you change this side, minus 7 will come here, 15. Suppose if r is minus 1, now if r is minus 1, what will happen? R is minus 1, this point will be, so point of intersection will be, if r is minus 1, point of intersection will be 0. Put the value of minus 1, that is 9, and minus 1, that will give you 2. This will be the point of intersection. Okay, now how will you calculate the angle between these two lines? So cos theta will be corresponding DRS multiply, minus 9, 3 into minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, plus 4, divided by root over 3 square, 1 square, 1 square, into root over 3 square, 2 square, 4 square. So cos theta will be minus 11, minus 7, divided by this 9, 10, 11, 11 into root, again this is 4, 3 is 5, 4 square, 3 square, 25, 20, root over 29. This will be the angle between these two lines. Okay, this is how we will calculate the point of intersection. This is how we will calculate the angle between this. Okay, because formula for this will be because suppose this is L1, this is M1, this is N1. Direction ratios of first line, and this is direction ratios of second line. The cos theta formula will be this is equals to L1 L2 M1 M2 N1 N2 by root over L1 square M1 square N1 square L2 square second line direction ratio square. This, okay. This will be the cos theta. Now if they are perpendicular, they want you to calculate the perpendicular. If they are perpendicular or not, so that means cos theta will be 0, cos 90 is 0, so this part will be 0. Okay. Thereon, and if it is parallel, then this ratio will be equal. L1 by L2, M1 by M2, N1 by N2 will be constant. Okay.